But anyway, some of that'll be up to her too. Obviously, she's a wonderful guest to come all the way down here. I bet you didn't know this Savannah existed.
Well, I mean, I've heard about how beautiful it was. And of course, from your record, I've heard about Savannah, Tennessee. I'm like, well, there's Savannah, Tennessee. But I didn't know about it until you.
I knew you were from the big
Savannah, Georgia. Yeah.
Well, everybody thinks I am. Because they don't know there's a Savannah, Tennessee.
It's gorgeous.
It is pretty here.
It is.
All right, here, let me get us all introed up and we'll roll with it.
Shot?
Got a call last night from an old friend's wife, said I hate to bother you. Well, Johnny Ray fell off the wagon, he's been gone all afternoon. Hey y'all, it's Darryl Worley and we're back with another episode of Sounds Like Life with Darryl Worley. But it's not just Sounds Like Life with Darryl Worley this time. It sounds like life with Darryl Worley and Hannah Dasher.
Hey.
I have been so looking forward to this.
Hey, I'm tickled.
You look beautiful today.
Well, thank you. You always do.
Oh, my goodness.
Uncle Darryl. Oh,
Well.
my God. He's so handsome.
I could be your grandpa, I guess. But, I mean, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
What a treat it is for me. I thought it would be funny to just right off the bat say, we're both from Savannah, right?
Right, on the other ends of the South, absolutely.
It's been constant in my career where people are like, oh, yeah, I know where we love Savannah, Georgia. And I'm like, yeah, we do too. But that's not where I'm from. So you're in Savannah, Tennessee today.
It's beautiful over here. My
Thank
goodness, all the Indian Creek, and it's nice to get out of Nashville and smell some cow.
There's plenty of it here.
Yeah.
And if you want to come out to the farm, we hadn't started spraying that stuff in our barn that makes that smell go away.
Oh,
Now,
really?
there's people doing it here, but not us.
Good, that's helpful.
That's how I keep up with the cows.
I'll keep my cousin to a minimum.
Well, no, don't worry about it. I mean, we have the capability of bleeping, but we don't do a whole lot.
Do y'all
of that.
still have little miniature cows that in Kimberly?
Yes, she has a whole bunch of them. She's got some brand new ones that you would just flip over. The babies are out running around, and they were gone for a whole week to Disney World, and about every other day I would get the buggy and go way back down on the back 40 back there and find them because they just all stay in a little group together and make sure that everything was accounted for so I could go report to Mama that.
Are these just like pets, or can you get like little mini tomahawk ribeyes out of them?
We have some steers over at the other side of the road at the other house and the other farm place that are getting ready to go see the slaughter man.
The real size boy.
The thing is when you cross these things with, she has the Highlands and they get crossed with Herefords and all kinds of different things. Dexters. I wish she was here because she knows a whole lot more about that.
Grass fed,
it's all
grain-finished.
natural. Everything we don't. They very seldom even worm them because we have so much clover that takes care of a lot of that.
Really?
And, yeah. And so it's just when you eat that cross, most of the time the mothers they're crossed between a lot of different things, and you cross it with the Highland. I don't know if you knew this or not. I didn't know this. But the Queen of England would only let them put Highland meat on her plate.
Well,
nothing else.
Really?
And I didn't have any idea about that. I thought, is it that different? So before we got into this big, we had a friend of ours who raised them, and they weren't shooting for the minis. They raised just the medium frame Highlands, and they slaughtered them all the time. And he brought us some steaks, and they were incredible.
They're pretty well marbled like me.
They're different. They're a little bit different texture. They're pretty lean. I mean, don't have a whole lot.
You are too, man. What is your workout routine? You've not been on a weight loss journey. What's your mantra? Like, what are you doing to stay so?
When I'm on the road
all the time,
it's so hard to eat healthy. And when I don't eat as much when I'm out as I used to. That's why I used to weigh 250 pounds. But when I'm home, I just try to get in there once a day. And I tried to go before this today, but it didn't work out.
I missed my Bible study and my workout today. And then I had a sugar cookie when I got here, so don't tell Wilson.
Well, you look amazing.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you've obviously trimmed down some since the last time I saw you. What are you doing?
Well, I've started working out with Wilson Mivenier. He's a trainer out of Nashville, great guy. I love him to pieces, local guy. Anyway, he's got a a routine. It's called Grit and Hustle, and learn how to count my macros and doing all that. I dropped about 20, 25 pounds doing
You
that
sure have.
naturally. And then God gave us the, what's that fancy shot that's cost me my right kidney?
Oh, you
Yeah.
took that?
Well, after I lost the first 25 or 30 pounds.
Were you?
I had a little more to go.
Were you borderline diabetic or something?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I just, it's just hard to get over that hump when you,
I
to
understand.
lose that last like 10 or 15 pounds. You know, when you got a cooking channel and everybody wants you to fry chicken and eat,
Of
you know,
course.
cook with butter and mayonnaise and sugar all the time.
And lard.
And lard.
Don't leave out lard, please.
I love cooking with lard. It makes your hair shiny.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so, you know, it's been great to help me, you know, push away from the table. I mean, I have to eat a lot of protein because I like to work out and I like to keep my, you know, my rear end high.
You can tell.
So there's that.
It's all jacked up.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So I won't get into that whole conversation about the shot a whole lot because you
No.
just made mention of about your kidney, but my wife and I have done a bunch of studying on that just because she thought, hey, if I'm truly, she was tinkering around a little bit with her A1C being a little too, and so I said, I don't know, I'm a biochemist. I was going to go to med school.
Wow.
And I said, let me look into that a little bit more. And so
I never knew that. Lord, I was 2 years old when I knew that about you. You and Greg Allman were going to med school. Both of you.
I was going and
became rock stars instead.
you know, I told my dad, I said, I'm going to take a year off. Well, that year changed things a whole bunch.
But look at the platform God gave you to reach people.
I'm thrilled that I didn't do anything besides this. This has been challenging. It's been hard in a lot of ways. It's not an easy life, you know that. But it's I think that's what we're put here to do, or we wouldn't be doing it. So
That's the truth.
you know, you said something about Indian Creek, and I have to say this because it just makes me laugh. Do you know where and why they started calling our Native Americans Indians?
Why? I don't.
Because so my people that I came from, they came here to the Americas, if you want to call it that, 200 years before Columbus supposedly found America, to trade with our indigenous people.
Yeah.
And Columbus was lost in a storm, thought he landed in India. That's a fact.
Really? That's why I call them Indians.
Can
My
you
mother
believe
would be
that?
so proud of you. She's a retired history professor, so I feel
That's
like I should know that
that's
already.
Native American Creek.
That's right. But what I was asking them earlier, what Indian tribe was native to this? Who settled here?
So I don't know
They
if
were
you
woodland
know
Indians,
this
right?
or not. Mostly Creek Indians.
Okay, great.
You gave me chills because I have that in my background. And Cherokee, we had. So this is the Tennessee River Valley, which was full of Native American people.
Yeah.
And we have probably the most Indian relics and artifacts here of any place in the world.
That's what they were saying. You
it's
just
a
go kick a rock
hotbed.
and there's an arrowhead.
Everywhere you go. I mean, and if they would still let you hunt the riverbanks and all that, you just, and my wife is so enamored by the idea of picking one of those up off the ground. I said, just chill and I'll make that happen. But it's incredible what all you can find. I had a collection of that stuff that was probably worth $200,000 or $300,000 now, but back then they said probably over $100,000, and it all got stolen from me.
Daggone.
Anyway, we don't have to talk.
I
about
hate that. No, I love it. I mean, I'm from the old colonial South, which is not old compared to European history, but yeah, it's
Right.
nothing back to find airheads back home, or we're close to the ocean, so we find a lot of petrified,
Yes.
the big old shells that are big old shells, things like that, or shark's teeth,
Absolutely.
megalodons that are
We uncovered a big old cache, we call it, of that stuff when we were digging my cousin's foundation for his house, and we found buckets full of shark's teeth.
Whoa.
And I was like, wait a minute, I'm in Pyburn, Tennessee. But we're right here by the river. I said, nah.
You ever eaten a shark before?
Yes.
How you like it?
Love it. I was a commercial fisherman that's how I got through college.
Really?
And right here, you're cooking catfish today. That's what I heard.
Yes. Hey, we're frying catfish today. Nashville Hot Catfish. Speaking of Nashville Hot, look what I drug in from the Tennessee River. It's Darryl Worley, y'all. Let's fry some catfish for the catfish.
Let's
derby.
do it, girl.
All right.
You know you're in the catfish capital of the world.
That's what I heard.
At least that's what they call it.
Can you crack me 2 eggs?
Can
for me?
I?
And whisk them up for me good.
Now, do you want them like whisked up real good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we're going to trunk some hot sauce in them too, because
Now,
You
you
got it.
want me to make them to your likings or to mine? because I like spicy.
Well, make it spicy.
I like. Look,
I'm not weak. I don't want you to get it on you. We might need to put you in an apron. Let's see what we got.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Is that a mini skirt? What in the world?
What do you think now? Oh,
I
now
started
that
to
would
bring
be
my welding apron.
darling. I got Cowboys and Indians, like a John Wayne approach. Would that fit
Yes,
you?
go with that. Some of that other stuff's a little scary for me. Yeah, I believe that.
That would be darling. Would that fit around his head? It might cover you. Thank God you got clothes on underneath.
That good? Look at my little red fringe right here. Well, my daughter's gonna have fun with that. That's
all right,
good.
whiskey business. We'll
We're getting
that
after
up. Oh yeah, that looks good to me.
I won't get too carried away.
Oh.
You like yours to be all beat up real good.
All righty. This is a recipe I'm putting in the book. And a lot of folks fry just cornmeal. I like a mix of a little flour and a little yellow cornmeal myself. Just like 2 to 1, 3 to 1. We'll put the recipe here at the end so y'all can see. And then we've got, it's a mixture of things that I love, a little bit of cumin, paprika, chili powder, stuff like that. But if you want to cut some corners and not fool with it, the Provider Life sells a Sonora seasoning. So that and a tablespoon of sugar. Don't tell Wilson.
Honey.
Hopefully not one of its trashy cousins.
If I had $1 for every catfish I've handled.
Yum.
Oh my gosh. And
what's
so,
the biggest? Y'all have channel cat, blue cat. What do you catch around here?
all of them.
All of them.
Everything.
What's the biggest one you ever caught?
Catfish capital of the world.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Home
you knew
of the
that.
Catfish Derby.
Somebody said, "How did y'all become that?" I said, "Well, I guess we just claimed it first. I don't know." But when I was spoonbilling, like for eggfish, we caught a 139-pound spoonbill one time. But we have caught fish that were. I caught a 75-pound yellow, a flathead on a rod and reel.
A yellow cat?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we've caught several what we call white cat. You're probably calling a blue cat. They're shaped a little different with a big belly.
Yep.
We've caught those,
color.
80, 90 pounds. I used to fish with some guys, sport fish, that do nothing but trophy. So if you want to do that sometime.
Lord, I'd be tickled. Don't ask me to shove my hand up underneath them with
we
like
don't do
Hannah
that
does.
around here. We have cottonmouths bigger than my arm.
No,
here.
sir, exactly. No,
And
thank
if you get so I did that one time. I almost got my arm bit off by a beaver. Yes.
Careful, we can take that in lots of different ways. We call those snappers where I'm from. Be careful. Sorry, they're going to cancel the podcast.
I can't believe I said
I love that. I love
He's
that.
a flat-tailed little feller. Anyway.
It was a boy.
Yeah, no, we decided we was going to try that noodling around here, and it's just not wise. I mean, I don't think I'll ever do anything like that again, but I know a bunch of people that do it in, Louisiana, Oklahoma, places
Mississippi,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hannah Barron, I think she's going viral doing that pretty thing. She's so pretty, but my God, her arms are going to be so mangled by the time she's.
It's rough on your arms. I mean, if you're not wearing like a.
She's tough. I'd rather just. I grew up setting in trot lines and limb lines. My daddy's
Absolutely.
impatient and busy man. We didn't have all the time to go. We just, we'd use shrimp and set
Sure.
trot lines and limb lines. And when you're checking that trot line, you're liable to get an alligator on it. So it's always smart to travel with a pistol of some kind, because you just never know. He's going to be a mean one. Anyway, is that legal? Probably not.
Oh,
Anyway.
limb lines and trot lines, it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, but that's how I grew up fishing. And my favorite are what I call the frying size, or the ones about yay
Yes.
big. Probably the ones we'll cook later
Fiddlers.
today. Yeah, little fiddlers.
We call them fiddlers. They're baby channel cats, what they are.
Channel cat, exactly
Got
right.
little specks on them, and when they're that long and you cut the head off, now they're that long, and that is the best fish
eating.
in the world.
The channel cat, it reminds me of we made a houseboat, my daddy and his brothers always. They took a voyage, 2 voyages a year, but it reminds me of your music video for Tennessee River Run with all the houseboats and everything. But literally, daddy built pontoons. And the first one they built was called the Super Duck, but it's like a 4-man raft. They ate prime rib the first night. They'd go squirrel hunting and they'd fish and just eat like kings for 4 days. And they'd, put in at one landing and drift down the Savannah River to the other.
That's awesome.
And my sister and I always wanted to be a part of it, but it was a man's trip. So he built the Channel Cat for us. We built the Channel Cat. Anyway, so we got lots of fun memories on the Channel Cat. But
And is that the Savannah River?
on the Savannah River, it's
Now,
big and wide.
Does
like y'all's.
So a buddy of mine, and I've made a promise that I'd go down and do some stuff with these guys on the Omaha.
Yeah,
You heard of
that's
that?
that's about an hour and a half south of us.
does it run into?
It flows into the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, the
So
Altamaha runs right straight into the ocean.
or it might go into the St. Mary's.
Okay.
The Savannah River, I know, starts up in the mountains, North Georgia mountains, and then flows. It separates South Carolina from Georgia,
Right.
and flows in the Atlantic Ocean, and some of the best
Oh, it's
seafood
beautiful, man.
and spot-tail bass you'll ever eat.
You just got to be careful about being out there when you're close to the ocean because you know about them bull sharks, right?
I've heard of it. I've never encountered one.
They don't
up
really
close.
have to have pure ocean salt water to be okay.
Oh, they can get brackish water.
We've got pictures of one where it's not brackish right off the shore in Memphis.
You are kidding
No,
me.
ma'am.
Really?
You can go online and see that photo, and he was a big one. And I mean, we used to commercial fish all in that Mississippi right there, and it wasn't nothing for us on a real hot day to just strip off and dive in the water. You know, if that old bull shark had been in there, and he was probably
That's the
hungry.
Mississippi River right there.
Yeah.
Golly, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's
No,
pretty scary.
No, I'd like to kind of see my feet a little bit, and I don't. Anyway,
You know, we're right here on the Tennessee. You'll be able to throw a rock in it on September 14th when you come to.
yes.
Oh, September 12th for
yes.
you.
Yeah, we're
It's
Friday night.
So let's talk about that. You'll be here for the Catfish Derby on September 12th, and it goes 12th through 14th.
The 14th, that's
Yeah.
right. So you and one of my favorite singers and or bluegrass groups, y'all are in the Isaac. So y'all are on the 14th. That's Sunday night, right?
Right.
Time of day. I wish I could hang out and catch that show. That'd be a
So
good
do
one.
I.
But I think we're going to close it out Friday night. I think my buddy Trey Landon's going to be playing, and Trey's a gifted singer, and God, he's so good. I'm just such a fan, great songwriter. And anyway, but yeah, I hear it's a big deal around here.
Oh, it'll be, Savannah's, after we quit doing Tennessee River Run, City of Savannah Tennessee decided to, so just bring something back. And a bunch of the guys that I know that run the city pretty much now, Timbo was here. You met him. They decided to crank it back up at the old Derby and get more proactive and brought the music thing back to Savannah, and it's been good. We headlined the very first one that they had when they started it back, and had a great crowd. I think you'll have a big old crowd.
Well, good. I'm tickled.
And you'll enjoy yourself. They'll treat you so many ways. You'll have to like some of them. So.
That's what one of the biggest rewards about performing and doing my own. I've only been touring for a few years. This is my second, I guess, year having a headlining tour. The Wanted Tour is what we're calling it. But I try to make time when I'm wanted. This is the Wanted Tour.
It.
But I try to make time at the end of the night if I'm able to. They'll escort me over to a designated area or merch booth or whatnot, and I hang out and meet the fans and meet people.
We do too.
Yeah, you got to meet their
Absolutely.
stories. And I mean, golly, there's just so many.
That's a thing of the past.
That's so sad.
I got reprimanded by a lot of different people out of Nashville for doing that, for not quitting doing that. When everybody, I've had so many big name artists come off their bus and go, "Don't go down there to the fence with all them people, Worley. They'll expect us all to come." Like, you should have your hind end down there. This is the part that y'all would call work, but it's really not.
Well, you're your own billboard. You know what I mean?
I just
like
can't.
they're going to get a picture with Darryl Worley or Hannah Dasher, and they're going to go show it to 25 people.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's the way this profession always operated, and so Nashville has
industry.
the idea that they would tell me, "You're going to lose all your mystique," and I said, "I don't know if I even have one of them."
Well, Google says otherwise. We won't get into that.
Thank you very much.
And all my gay men friends that love you.
That's funny.
We're in the service industry, though. You know what I mean? And I was in this originally to serve me for my glory and for my fame,
Right.
and and
We all did that.
And God pulled the rug out from under me to get my attention. But as a result, I think my music's improved, my relationships have improved, and my TikTok's taken off, and I just think that, like I said, we're here to serve the public. You know what I mean? And
the Lord.
And the Lord, absolutely.
And for you we don't shy away from talking about our faith on this show because it winds up a lot of times going to church and not coming out. I mean,
I love
it's just
that.
part of it, you know. And when you said that, I mean, I'll just tell you right now, you don't get that many that'll put it out there like that these days. And it's not because they're not people of faith, but so many of them are you know, they're working with these management companies or somebody in Nashville says that's just not a commercial thing. It's not that you can't be that person. Let's just steer away from it. And I mean, I came under some of that. But when you have this thing going on where it's like, well, there's a line where we really can't cross because we're country. You know, my thing with that is, yeah, but what about the blessings that I need to go forward? Not just me, but my
That's
family.
a good idea, yeah.
And all this other stuff that God's going to rain down on me if I talk about Him and put it out there that I'm a man of faith. What about that? And who am I listening to? Who's telling me?
What are you putting out there?
So the fact that you're doing it on your own and independently, can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
Well, I don't want to get too deep into anything.
No, by all means. Well, I mean, the way I see it is we're fishing for men, speaking of fishing, you know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah, so we're not beating them upside the head with the Bible.
No.
And I've got friends from all walks of life. And when you go to a Hannah Dasher show, you know, you're going to see gay, straight, crooked, level, hippie, redneck, young. And I love it. It's eclectic.
Absolutely.
And that's how it ought to be because music has the power to unite people.
That's exactly right. And save them, too.
And so, absolutely. But, I have started sharing my faith. There's a moment in my show this year. I don't want to give it all away anyway, but I go to Mount Zion Baptist. It's a very charismatic Baptist, African-American Baptist church. And,
oh, wow.
And that's where I connect. I love the music there.
Promise
and
you,
that
I would love
soul.
that.
And it's fun. And, and I can wear my bright colors and fit right in and not stand out too much on. But all that to say, but I really felt led. There's a guy that's here in this room today. I met at one of my shows in East Tennessee who was going through a divorce. And he requested this song that I never played live. It's called Ugly Houses. It's a song about the Lord. It's, if you buy ugly houses, taking down my for sale sign, the hook. Anyway, and he had tears in his eyes when he met me, and he's like, "This song got me through. This has got me through." And then it was just like a ripple effect. Everybody just kept requesting that song over and over again. I'm like, I need to create a moment in the show. So we pick things up and speed it up, and so we have a whole moment centered around my faith. But I'm not shoving it in people's faces. It's entertaining.
You don't have to. Something my father said to me, my dad was a pastor, minister, whatever you want to call it. And he said long time ago, right after I first got started, he said, "Son," he said, "I'm not telling you what to do." He said, "I'm sure not telling you to preach because that's a scary thought." Because I was probably the hellion in our family.
Yeah.
Well, until it got.
I'm glad you were, though.
You're crazy, and I love you for it. I told my wife she's carrying on about you, and I said she's crazy, and she goes, "I know, it's why I love her." But he said every night when you go out there, and he preached we followed him. He went to some different cities. I went to 4 different high schools and 3 different high schools in 4 years. Because the Methodist church moved you around like you in the army, and he'd be preaching. But he told me, he said, when you're up there on that stage, he said, your platform, he said, more than likely you'll have a night where you will sing and perform for more people than I've preached to in my whole ministry. And I'm sure that's happened.
Yeah.
We played at the Indianapolis 500 one time. There was 850,000 people within earshot. And I thought, well, this is that show he's talking about. He said, you're not supposed to take it home. You're just supposed to throw some seeds out there.
That's right.
And he said, you're not the gardener. He said, you're sowing. And he said, sowing is simple. He said, if you just let those people know you're a believer, somehow make it a message, even if you play a song or if you just say, God's been good to me. I'm thankful for all my fans, but all these blessings come from him, blah, 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 and get on with it. And you know what? He was right. And when you start doing it religiously, I hate that word. When you start doing it consistently,
yeah.
Everything changes. You feel the change because it's like another engine that's running back there. And when you need it, it'll get you up out of the bed, make you go on and do what you got to do. So
Yeah, well, the devil likes to, he fires up too when you start to get closer with the Lord as well. But
says it ain't nothing. You can tell me about that part of it.
Oh, it sure does. It sure does. But no, I just, times are getting, we're seeing the end of the days, obviously.
Absolutely.
I think the Lord's coming soon. And anyway, I heard somebody say one time, if you don't believe, and I'm wrong, you've got nothing to lose. But if you're wrong, you got everything to lose. You know what I mean?
I love that. I've heard my grandpa say that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's people. A lot of my TikTokers, I've seen a lot of comments that say, "Why are you so happy? Where do you find your joy? What's the reason for your joy?" And that's the perfect opportunity to
absolutely
to sow those seeds, as you say. So, but you don't have to believe to belong to the Hanta fan club. But anyway,
and that's the way it should be.
But we can talk. Absolutely.
You know what? We probably have to find some way to get to the end of this, and I haven't even gotten started.
Oh, I love that. We can salt and pepper it as well.
I love cooking with Hannah Dasher. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm cooking with you too.
My Uncle Bobby say that's all steered up.
Now, did you bring me some catfish, or
I sure did.
Some of it's trashy cousins?
Well, no. So I was going to bring you some Tennessee River catfish.
Yes.
And I thought, man, if we start talking about that, they made us quit selling. When I that was my profession for a long time. I was a commercial fisherman, and we used to sell around here catfish straight to the stores, straight to the restaurants and everything. You can't do that anymore.
Really?
These actually came from Molly Monday's restaurant down here in town.
Patty, oh, really?
Patty was thrilled to death when she heard your name. She ran and got them and said, those are on the house.
Oh, so, that sweet thing. Miss Patty, we thank you so much from what's called Molly Mondays.
Molly Mondays.
I love that.
Yep.
I'll have to go.
I want to get you down here, and we'll do a big old fish fry sometime, and we'll just cook right out of the river.
Oh, I love that.
You'd love
Let's
it.
Drop 2 or 3 of these bad boys, and that's a beautiful fillet. We'll use that one for camera.
Thing. They're the right size.
Mm-hmm. I hate to mess up a good bathroom trash bag like this.
Oh, I know it. I thought the same thing. Look how pretty. You got a good stick on them.
Look at that.
Ooh.
All right, we're going to refrigerate these for 15 minutes.
They got to be chilled.
Must be chilled. Cold fillets, and put them in there 15 minutes.
Once you get this far along in the music business, you got to be chilled. Promise me that we can either just do a whole nother episode or
I love that.
Because this is, I wanted to get into a little bit more about the music, your beginnings, things like that, songs that mean the world to you. So we will do that. Promise me.
100%.
All right.
Hey, I need a fresh Band-Aid though. This is looking mangy.
Holy moly.
So
what in the world?
I was making tartar sauce this morning for our catfish, and I used one of these new.
You know what we could do?
A new Timu to contraction I found.
You know what Uncle Benny would say?
What?
Hey, if you'll bring that finger over here, let me suck on it, it'll get better.
Sounds Like Life is a Rivertown Media production. Hosted by Darryl Worley, produced and edited by Mike Murphy, talent manager Julianne Drennan, executive producers Paul and Ashley Perry.